missing. So.
Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Broncos and the reigning Super Bowl champs under the lights on Sunday night.
It's up to go.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. The preseason is upon us. So good to be with you. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, about to embark on that journey that ends with the Super Bowl. Greg, so good to finally have football back on the field.
Absolutely, and it doesn't matter if it's preseason, regular season, playoffs. When NFL football's on TV, Mike, it's just better. And I'll tell you what, for these teams and a lot of these young players, this is the start. Just like you said, this is a journey to making the roster, a journey to being there in week one. And for a lot of these teams that have playoff hopes, it seems like small beginnings, but this is where those playoff dreams and ultimately those Super Bowl runs all get their starts.
Here is the Spring League star, Jake Bates, set to get this one going. And off we go here on EA Sports. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Here comes the Denver offense, set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
Starting all the way back in the spring, Mike, there has been months of preparation building up. Very game, and for
Welcome to week one of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Broncos and the reigning Super Bowl champs on Sunday night.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer, and football finally back.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time. But admit it, you're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back up here again.
We drop you in here on the first drive of this game, and the football belongs to the Saints of New Orleans. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jamison Williams, 72 yards. And the Saints put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah.
A pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this third down situation? Nix to the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot. We are in the red zone. Time to get you back to the action as this offense comes up on a 2nd and 2. Inside handoff now, Miller. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of it.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Time to jump back in. Opening drive, 3rd quarter. And this offense has it in the red zone, 1st and 10. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Kendre Miller. It's a 3rd down situation in the 4th quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way down at the 3. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Miller. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Miller again, and this time he scores. Touchdown, New Orleans. This one a victory here for New Orleans. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no
It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Chiefs, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Brandon Gunn and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts. And a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does. And you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter.
Still scoreless here in the first, but a third down situation forthcoming. Let's get into the action. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Here's Mahomes to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Hunter Henry, 36 yards. And the Chiefs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he...
We have a red zone update. This defense stacked up here with a 1st and 10 inside the 15.
Yellow.
Mahomes to throw once more. This is caught. And he takes this into the end zone. This offense, they've got a really nice drive going, and now it's 1st and goal. Can they finish it off and punch it in the end zone? They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Back to throw here. Touchdown! Trey Tucker from 4 yards out. And the Saints are back within a score. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play.
Tough spot here for the defense. Let's see if they can step up. We drop in on a 1st down in the red zone. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The tight end Henry here in motion. Now here's Mahomes. On the left side, a catch by White. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Mahomes going to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your...
And he's got it. Touchdown. Second quarter, this defense looking for a big 3rd down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. And again, it's Mahomes. Throwing quickly there, but it's in. So a 3rd down situation coming up as we drop you in the action. The ball in the red zone, 3rd and 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a 1st. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Guerendo. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Isaac Guerendo taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, this one's getting good now. 4th quarter, tie game. This defense looking for a huge 3rd down stop.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that one too wide. And it... A touchdown and an extra point would tie this game late. What can this defense do now that their opponents are in the red zone? Back to throw again. That is caught. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And that is caught for the touchdown. Kansas. It's time for this big O-line and the playmakers to take control of this game as we get down toward the end. They begin with a run by Miller. 103 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 4. They'll try the middle with Garindo. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And he's got a 1st down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively, they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
2nd down and inches. Buying time to his left. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kendre Miller, ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Saints answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. A lot on the line here, even for just a preseason game. Jobs to be won and lost. It's 3rd down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. That one looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. He stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
2nd and 4. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And remember, no overtime here in preseason. This offense hoping that's a moot issue as they try to finish this one off. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Kansas City.
The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Saints and the Pats on Monday night.
We welcome you to Patriot Place and a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough, Massachusetts. After this, the games count for real. Good to have. Throwing on third down is May. Open man is Douglas. It's complete. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. It's May. The throw on the run is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. A run up the middle with Warren. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal. Slot man in motion right. And he's in. Third and long. May to the air once more. They'll be forced to just throw that one. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and...
See the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play. So this offense, they think this is a...
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. May to throw again. He's found his receiver, Butte. And he's going to... That is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
It's now 4th down and 1.
Slot man in motion left. They'll go. Here's May. Open man left side. He's got it. And here's May again. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. To throw again is May. And that is caught. Here's 3rd and 7. Back to throw. This one complete to Oliver. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal. Points.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Here comes Garenda. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2. They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the... The Patriots over to their field goal unit. This a 42-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Patriots will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
Out-breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
This one complete to Melton. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
So it's a win for the Patriots. They finish the preseason.